I just want you to repeat that portion, your last portion on the Marikina watershed, your last statement there. Can you repeat that? Your presentation, your last presentation on Marikina watershed.
Last presentation on Marikina watershed.
Your last statement there. I just want to read it properly.
I just want to read it properly.
You said that even if about the Marikina watershed, that even if they absorb all the water, it will not be enough to absorb all the water going to Marikina River. There's something like that. I just want to read that. Your last statement there.
Yeah. Ma'am, just give me a few minutes. I'm looking for the slide. I think
Yeah,
that is
while
on my-
looking at that, I want to ask,
I want to ask
you look for that, you give it to me
for that
because I want to understand that.
I want to understand that.
And why is there, why is the sound like that? It's repeating itself. There's something wrong with the sounds. The last one, when you said the Marikina watershed will not be able to absorb all the water of the typhoon. Ayan, if all urban development and quarrying are stopped and the Marikina watershed are fully planted with 10-year-old mature trees, it will require 9 times the area of Marikina's watershed to absorb all the water during Typhoon Ulysses. Is that true?
Is that true?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, if, Madam Chair, if I may defer to the Director of the Mines and Geosciences Bureau, Attorney Wilfredo Moncano. He's here now.
Ma'am, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Our hydrologist in the Mines and Geosciences Bureau, ma'am, computed the total volume of water that was discharged during the typhoons. And at 100% saturation of the soil, meaning the soil can no longer absorb the water because it was fully saturated because of the previous rains. All of this 581 million cubic meter of water would be all going down to the floodplains and therefore causing flooding of the flooding of this vicinities, no? So that even if the entire Marikina watershed is planted with 10-year-old mature trees, it will still require 9 times that area to absorb the water that was poured during Typhoon Ulysses. So meaning, even if no matter how we fully plant the entire Marikina watershed, it still cannot absorb all the water during that event, during Typhoon event of Ulysses.
Madam Chair.
Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, naka-mute kayo.
Madam Chair, kayo.
I just want to clarify that you mean that even if we protect the Marikina watershed, it will not absorb the water of Typhoon Ulysses, no matter how much effort we do in the Marikina watershed. Is that what you mean? I cannot understand that. You unmute.
Yes. The volume of water of that particular typhoon event of that day was really really huge. So that the entire Marikina watershed, even if it's fully planted, cannot absorb the water.
I just
Madam
want
Chair.
to. Yes. Senator Risa.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Gusto ko ring sumali dun sa tanong nyo sa MGB at DENR. I was also very surprised by that
Yes.
observation. Opo, just like the chair. Kasi kung sasabihin natin na kahit tigilin lahat ng urban development, kahit tigilin ng quarrying, or if we want to add, kahit tigilin ng mining, which are both banned anyway, in protected areas, which the Marikina watershed is, para sabihin natin na kahit may 10 times yung area ng Marikina watershed ay hindi
I don't believe
maagapan. Exactly, Madam Chair. I cannot believe it also. It would seem to be an argument setting up to fail dun sa pagprotekta ng watershed para mas maprotektahan ng watershed yung ating mga syudad at urban area. So, with all due respect, I think that's still a live issue, and palagay ko yung iba rin nating mga resource persons both from within DENR, yung iba pa nating units doon, at yung ating mga ibang stakeholders and advocates, I'm sure Madam Chair can present a critical and an alternative view on that, Madam Chair. Salamat po.
So we will
Chair?
just file a resolution on that statement because that would make all our efforts in protecting the protected area useless, di ba? With that
Madam Chair?
statement,
Madam
it
Chair.
should not come from the Department of Environment and Natural Resources.
Madam
That's
Chair?
why I'm always telling this DNR that you should not make statement like that because I also read in a newspaper that DNR officer said, I'm trying to find that article, na pag daw pinigil yung mga quarrying at mga kung ano-ano dyan sa Marikina watershed, that will delay all the projects in NCR. So in effect, they're saying that we cannot protect the Marikina watershed because that will delay all the construction projects in NCR. I cannot imagine an officer of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources saying that. We should hear that from the Department of Public Works and Highway, not from
Exactly,
you.
Madam
My
Chair.
God, I am always telling them that not to make those kind of statements because you are a department which is supposed to protect the environment. You let
Yes.
all the other departments say that, but not you because you are justifying all the destruction of our environment.
Saka Madam
So-
Chair, yung logical conclusion ng statement nilang yon would be, let's just sacrifice the watershed in order to proceed with so-called development projects, when in fact, the protection of the watershed will protect our cities and urban areas, which will enable our development programs to succeed, Madam Chair.
And we passed them into law. The president issued an executive order, and then afterwards, the Congress passed them into law. And you will say that we cannot do anything because protecting the watershed will cause distraction to other activities in Metro Manila. That's being
Madam Chair?
irresponsible. Yes.
Madam Chair?
Madam Chair.
Madam
Yeah.
Chair?
Madam
So
Chair.
one by one, whom do we ask first to speak?
Madam
Senator
Chair?
Binay, and then DNR Secretary, and then Senator Marcos. Okay.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Siguro, on the same issue, kasi ang na-mention nila is Typhoon Ulysses, di ba? Kumbaga yung volume ng rainfall na yun, hindi kakayanin ng watershed. So siguro, ang itatanong ko, Madam Chair, anong volume ng water yung kakayanin kung titigil natin yung quarrying at kung tataniman natin itong Marikina watershed? May ganong computation ho ba ang DNR?
Do you have a computation like that? Yes. Can you introduce yourself before you? May you introduce yourself before you speak, ha? So we will know who are talking because there's no ano. So it's Director Wilfredo Moncano of DNR MGB. Okay, Director.
Yes, ma'am. Our hydrologists in the Land Geological Survey Division made computations on the volume of water that was poured during the four typhoons rain. The four typhoons, no. But during Typhoon Ulysses, it was computed at 531 million cubic meter at 100% saturation. We could not, the hydrologists could not estimate if how many percent was absorbed by the trees, no, and the soil. But as far as the water is concerned, yung volume of water that was poured during that Typhoon Ulysses was about 500 million cubic meter.
But do you agree with me that DNR should not make any kind of statement like that?
Madam Chair.
As if you're saying that we should not protect the Marikina. It's the same as saying that we should not protect the Marikina watershed because it cannot stop flooding in Marikina. It's an indirect way of justifying all those they are doing in in the Marikina watershed. We always argue about that when we have hearing. I always tell the DNR, don't make statements like that. Tell the others, maybe the mining companies, maybe DPWH, maybe the others, but never the DNR. You don't make statement like that because if our DNR are not bent on protecting our watershed, who will be bent on protecting our watershed? Diba? Parang it's a responsibility on your part to say those things. My God. Ano? Lagi na lang tayo nag-aaway, Secretary Cuna, nung sa yung Manila Bay, ganyan din, nag-away din tayo kasi ayaw mo i-protect yung Manila Bay. Sabi ko, okay lang, yung reclamation, i-defend yan ng DTI, but never DNR. Because your primary responsibility is to protect the environment. So you should not be saying things like that. Hindi ko maintindihan 'yon. Tayo kasi kayo ang mga environmentalist sa gobyerno. So you should always be for the environment, not to justify the destruction of the environment. Yes, Secretary Simato, can you speak for your people?
Madam Chair, really, we need the watershed and we have to protect the watershed. We need it, Your Honor. And well, this was some computations made. Hindi lang kasi namin napag-usapan yan. So, I'd like to,
I want you to make
the geologist of the
defend that statement.
sila. Kasi in the particular, the worst case scenario po kasi yung type analysis. So nag-compute sila regarding volume of water na bumagsak within the 6-hour period dyan sa Marikina. Tinag-problema yung volume na yan.
Ipagpalagay ng napakalakas ng Ulysses. Pero sana sinabi nyo na lang that with the protection of the Marikina watershed, tapos maglalagay tayo ng ibang programa doon, I'm sure we can solve that problem even if malakas ang ulan, di ba? Hindi nyo sasabihin na kahit i-protect natin yun, hindi kaya yung Typhoon Ulysses.
Yes, Madam. Really, we have
Na-shock na naman ako sa inyong department kasi parang sinasabi nyo na pabayaan na lang kasi hindi kaya pag typhoon yung kasing strong ng Typhoon Ulysses. I cannot accept that. You know, what's the difference? But kami, hindi naman kami malayo sa Marikina. Meron din kaming bundok, yung Tagaytay, nagpupunta sa amin. Bakit with our effort, hindi kami nagbaha? Hindi lang namin sinarhan yung Manila Bay. Nalalabasan ng tubig namin. Yun. Plus, hinukay namin yung river namin na as deep and widen it as wide as possible. Nung before ginawa namin yun, nabaha ang aming 3 barangay. Ngayon, walang nabaha sa amin. Miski saan, walang nabaha. So, it's really an effort na dapat we should not give up. We should do everything para ma-solve natin yung problema. Kasi lalo naman napakahirap nung katakot-takot na evacuation center itatayo mo, tapos pakakainin mo ng ilang buwan yung mga nasa evacuation center na naghahawahan sila sa COVID-19. Lalong mahirap naman yun. Mas ma-better na lang tong ginagawa namin na linis kami ng linis ng river namin, tapos widen kami ng widen ng river namin, tapos nilabanan namin yung reclamation. Mas madali yun kesa yung na lang may bagyo katakot-takot na hirap ang aabutin natin, di ba? So, yes, Senator Amy, can you ask your question now?
Yes, katulad rin ninyo, talagang medyo hinimatay naman tayo na mismo yung DENR, surrender na. Naku, General Simatu, hindi naman nagsusurrender ang sundalo. Kaya napigla naman po tayo. So, ang siguro ma-obserbahan ko na lang, unang-una, yung enforcement po natin, higpitan naman natin yung enforcement natin. Mismo kayo nagsabi na non-compliant yung pagkarami-rami ng mga quarrying, mining, logging activities. So yung enforcement man lang, kitang-kita naman ang ebidensya, kalbong-kalbo na ang Sierra Madre kahit protected zone. Ano ba ang plano dyan? Sana ba yung mahiwagang puno ng NGP na yan na dekadang binibigyan ng bilyon-bilyon taon-taon?